What's up, YouTube? On the kitchen table with more stereo stuff today. Today we have a Polk audio PSW10. It's a 10-inch subwoofer. It's ported, as you can see. I'll go around to the back and show you the amplifier section. Has a volume control, or really a gain control. Variable low pass filter from 80 to 160 Hertz. 3-position power switch, off, auto, and on. Has a phase flip switch, RCA line inputs, and also has speaker level inputs and outputs, which is how I have it wired up now. And it has a manufacturer date. I don't know if you can see it down there. Let's see if we can get in there. But it says August 2010, but it doesn't have a country of manufacture anywhere on the outside of this thing that I can see, and it also doesn't list the country of origin on their website, so I can only assume that it's made in China. And I've got some specs from the amp here. I was a little disappointed. I picked this thing up on Craigslist as part of a bundle with some other stuff. I didn't pay too terribly much, but really, even the specs just are not overwhelming on this. The amplifier's bandwidth is only advertised as going down to 40 Hertz with 1% distortion at rated power, which is only 50 watts continuous. But it does have some nice attributes. It looks very nice. I mainly wanted to play around with the components. I've never had a plate style amplifier before. And I'm going to go ahead and take the driver out, and we'll take a look at that and see what it looks like. Here's the subwoofer driver removed from the box. It's about what I was expecting, maybe a little bit better quality. The basket is stamped. Not much printed on the bottom as far as where it's made at. Just another 2010 manufacturing date. But overall, not a bad subwoofer for something that comes in a package like this. And the enclosure had some fiber fill down in the bottom of it for damping. And we'll go around to the back side and look at the amplifier section now. Here's the amplifier section removed from the box. As you can see, it actually had quite a few screws holding it in, so it took me a minute to get it out. But it's pretty simple. It's just a single board. And there's a transformer down here. And really not a whole lot to it. Pretty simple, and appears to be fairly clean the way they have everything set up and laid out. And one more note about the auto turn on and off. It actually works pretty well on this particular unit. Actually, the detect for auto will only detect when it hears a frequency in the range that this amplifier is designed to reproduce, which is up to, I think, 200 Hertz or so. So if you play a song that starts out with an intro that just has high frequency content, this thing will not come on until the actual bass kicks. Then it'll power up. And it actually, the auto turn on works really well. It's always on when you need it to, and I'm not sure exactly how long it takes to time out, but it seems like within an hour or so it'll be timed out. And that's about all there is to this little thing. I'll show y'all one more time the guts of it, and we'll put it all back together and have a quick little listening test. overall, I have to say the PSW10 subwoofer is not bad as long as your expectations are realistic. It's not going to shake the whole house, and if you're using it with larger speakers that have pretty good bass output, it's really not even necessary. These speakers as is, it's not a huge difference in adding the subwoofer in, especially with a almost pro audio subwoofer frequency response. But for something like a computer setup with some satellite speakers, it wouldn't be bad. And I mainly got it to have the plate amplifier to play around with. I wouldn't mind building like a 15-inch cabinet, shooting for high efficiency and using the little small amplifier with it. But overall, it's not bad for the money, especially if you can pick one up used like I did and save quite a bit over the cost of a new unit. But one gripe I do have, although they do seem to publish some specifications, it seems like Polk Audio, and this goes for a lot of audio companies, they're more interested in putting out a lot of buzzwords than actual useful data. You know, things like what the box is tuned to is something I would like to know. And another thing, it doesn't list any kind of input range for the speaker level inputs, and it seemed like it was pretty easy to overdrive this amp when I was using the Kenwood receiver that's rated at 60 watts per channel. The 40 watt per channel Fisher amp seems to be a pretty good match for it, but it definitely seemed like I could push the plate amplifier into clipping very easily with a Kenwood amp, especially if you added any kind of boost to the signal. But as long as your expectations are pretty reasonable, I think you'd be happy with this unit. The sound quality is not bad for this kind of speaker, powered home theater in a box type unit, but that's about all I have to say about this thing, and it'll probably pop up in some form or another in future videos. So, thanks for watching.